Hi, I'm Tammy Richter, Director of Event Staffing and Resources for South by Southwest, and welcome to the 2018 Volunteer website. Every year, South by Southwest welcomes thousands of enthusiastic volunteers to experience South by Southwest from the inside out. Volunteers are found everywhere you turn and are often the first interaction that our registrants have when they arrive at South by Southwest. With over 40 crews to choose from, there's a volunteer role for everyone at South by Southwest. Keep in mind that volunteers must be a minimum of 16 years of age or older. Under 18 requires a parent or legal guardian's permission. Some of our crews do require that you be age 21 years and up due to venue age requirements. South by Southwest offers two volunteer types, all conference and music venue. All conference volunteers operate on crews March 5th through the 18th. Music venues volunteers will operate on crews during the South by Southwest Music Festival, March 12th through 17th. The hours requirements for each type of crew will vary due to the operating days of each. More information can be found on the Volunteer Types and Requirements page on this website. You might be thinking, why should I volunteer for South by Southwest? Based on the number of hours scheduled, volunteers can earn a variety of perks such as volunteer music, film, or interactive badges. Returning volunteers may be eligible for a Volunteer Platinum badge. Volunteers also have the opportunity to earn a South by Southwest EDU badge and may do so in addition to a South by Southwest perk. We invite you to look through the volunteer website at the different types, perks, and crews to see what might be the best fit for you. Then follow these steps to get registered and signed up as one of our fabulous volunteers. Your first step is to register in our online database, which is powered by Shiftboard. Once registration opens in November, you will find a link to the database in the Sign Up section of this website. Both new and returning volunteers must fill out a registration form to be eligible to volunteer. Returning volunteers should use the same email address as their previous registration. If you no longer have access to that email, contact volunteer@sxsw.com and we'll get you sorted. Volunteers who live more than 70 miles from the Austin Convention Center, also known as the ACC, should use the out-of-town volunteer link to register. If you are more than 30 miles from the ACC, volunteers can choose to be either a local or out-of-town volunteer. Any volunteer that chooses to be an out-of-town volunteer must follow the out-of-town volunteer guidelines and supply local accommodation and contact information. Check out the out-of-town volunteer page for more information. All other volunteers should complete the local volunteer registration when signing up. Once you've completed your registration, you'll receive a welcome letter with your Shiftboard login information, usually within 2 business days. Log in to keep your record updated with your current contact information, to check your schedule, and receive information via the news page. Once registered, you will either attend one of the South by Southwest volunteer calls as a local volunteer, or work with crew managers through email to create your schedule if you're an out-of-town volunteer. The volunteer call is an event that you attend and not a phone call. The South by Southwest volunteer calls will take place at the Austin Convention Center on January 21st and January 27th from 3 to 5 p.m. Crews will fill fast, so attend at your earliest convenience. You only need to attend one volunteer call in order to learn about the volunteer opportunities and build your schedule. Out-of-town volunteers who submit their registrations prior to the January 5th deadline will receive an email with available crew contact information. Out-of-town volunteers must contact crews via email to build a schedule. Out-of-town volunteers that submit after January 5th will receive crew contact information on February 12, 2018. During the scheduling process, crew managers will let you know about any pre-event South by Southwest trainings that are needed in addition to our online volunteer training. If you have signed up for all conference crews and an additional training is needed, 2 hours of credit will be given for each training session. Music venue volunteers are required to attend a music venue pre-event training, which will be followed by a walkthrough of your assigned venue. Although music venue volunteers do not receive additional credit for these trainings, they are mandatory in order to keep your volunteer schedule. Lastly, schedules. Schedules will be available approximately 2 weeks from the time that you sign up. Our crew managers are volunteers too, so please be patient while they enter your schedule into your record. There will be plenty of time to make sure that you have enough hours to get the perk of your choosing. Okay, those are the basics. Don't forget that the volunteer website is always your source for the latest and most updated volunteer information. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact South by Southwest Volunteer Headquarters. We look forward to volunteering with you, and we hope to see you at South by Southwest 2018.